with our weekly, sometimes bi-weekly press conferences. Today we are focusing on education. But before I do that, let me just wrap up and say that we've had a very volatile and violent week. We've had over 15 shootings in the first 4 days of this month and 1 homicide. That's too much. We also had 4 more young people found in a car unconscious on 8th Street and West Market. And again, they think it's a bad batch of K2. We have to seriously have some help here. So continue please to call the governor's office. Continue to call your state and federal elected officials and tell them to get the resources in here that we need. And right now we need boots on the ground. So we need additional county, sheriff, state police, Rutgers, anybody who can help us right now to get this crime down in this city is what we need, because we are less than 3 weeks away from school opening and we need to have these streets calm before that happens. We are here today in front of the Family Support Center to again contest the One North process. Again, families are coming here in an effort to transfer their child, in an effort to register their child in the schools that they want. And again, this process is not working. We've been asking for the last 2 years, when they started it off with the high school application process, for the One North process to stop because it was not fair. Families were not getting the choices that they wanted. Some families were being forced into charter schools that did not want to go to charter schools, and the process just was not working in terms of children moving around the city. It is a severe safety issue when children have to travel from the South Ward to the North Ward, from the North Ward to the East Ward, from the Central Ward to the East Ward to the North Ward, wherever. When our children have to travel across the city, it creates another burden, not only for the parent, not only financially for the transportation costs, because of course they're not 2.5 miles from where they're going, and the district continues to turn their back on parents in terms of bus tickets, but it's also causing a hardship because we have a lot of robberies in the morning, and our children are moving across this city as early as 5:30, 6 o'clock to get to the destinations that they need to go to. There are some children in this city who catch 3 buses to get to school in the morning, and that is unheard of. We cannot have our children moving around in this city at 6 o'clock in the morning when they should be just waking up, having their breakfast, and then about 7 o'clock making that move going towards school. So we are here again, parents, because we're going to have to begin this school year because, again, they are not listening to us. So we are all asking, we are demanding that parents, again, we're going to boycott school for the first 2 days, that Thursday and that Friday. We are asking you to keep your children home. And for those of you who know this process is not working, and again, your children were denied education last year, we're asking you to also stay out the Labor Day week as well. Because we have to begin to show this governor who forced us to keep Cammie Anderson that we are not going to sit by and keep allowing him to say he runs North, because he don't run North. We run North. These are our schools, these are our children, and parents, we cannot be afraid this year to take a bold stand and let these people know, hands off our children. We cannot be afraid this year to demand all that we need for our children, additional resources in reading, additional resources in math, and getting back to the basics, parents. Let's not let these folks get us caught up in technology is the answer for everything, because it is not. Our kids need a firm foundation, pre-K through 4. We need to ensure that by the 3rd grade, every child is able to read, and this nonsense that goes on in this Family Support Center is not supporting any family. As a matter of fact, there's still parents walking in here with 2, 3, and 4 children, and they're all being placed in separate schools. What you think a parent is going to cut themselves into 4 pieces and get their child to school in the morning? You think parents can continue with the economic situation going on in this state to go to their job and continue to ask to have their hours changed because their kids go to school in North who has lost their mind, and you got to get your kid from the South Ward on Vassar Avenue all the way over to Broadway Elementary School in the morning, and with the traffic that goes on here, with 5 million people coming into this city every day to go to work? So we're standing here today, Mr. Surf, to let you know, 1, we don't agree that you should be here. Any elected official that brought you here, we disagree with. We haven't heard anything in opposition to your being here from our elected officials, so they must agree. But what this community is not going to do, we are not going to be silent anymore when elected officials make decisions that are impacting and destroying our families. I don't know how anybody in their right mind could think that Commissioner Surf could now come in here and be superintendent, who allowed all these schools to be closed in the first place, who allowed all the services to be taken away from us. So we standing here today, and you elected officials are saying to us parents, to us community people, oh, take the man who took away truancy. Take the man who didn't allow you to have drug counseling. Take the man who didn't allow you to do what you needed to do to take care of our children. Take the man who filed the federal waiver for special education parents, and that's why your children aren't receiving the services that they need. So on this cusp right here, as we're getting ready to close out, wrap this thing up, let me give a message to my special ed parents out here. This year, you guys are going to fight. And I know it has not been an easy fight because these so-called advocacy groups that's supposed to help you keep wanting you to mediate with this district. Mediate with the district who is the state who cares nothing about your children. We're going to start going to administrative law court, and if you're brave enough to go, call me. Let's get in there. But do not sign that paper that the district has sent to you because we filed a complaint because the IEPs in North are not signed by parents. They are not doing the review. They are not giving the kids the services that they need. They have not done educational assessments on your children. So you got them telling you, oh yeah, put your kid in the 11th grade when your child is functioning on a 5th grade level. What sense does that make? Our dropout rate continues to increase because we are not servicing our children where they need to be serviced. We have enough people out here that can do the job, but we're losing a lot of good people because we continue to allow these folks from the outside to keep coming in here and destroying our school system. We got to tell Senator Booker, no, we're not going to continue to do this. We got to tell Senator Menendez, we're not going to continue to do this. We're going to tell Congressman Payne, you're going to stop being so quiet, acting like you don't know what's going on here, and stand up and say something because we're paying you a good salary, sir. We're going to tell Mayor Baraka, we love you, sir, but we're not doing Commissioner, sir, and you need to join on with us in demanding his removal. These not going to be no quiet board meetings. When we go to that board meeting next, the last Tuesday of the month, which I think is the 26th, over at Speedway Avenue School, we're going to be loud, we're going to be strong, and we're going to demand Surf to leave. We don't want you here, Commissioner Surf, because already you got the wrong idea. You saw the complaints from One North. You heard the parents cry that they don't want to send their kids all over this district, and still you continue with this nonsense. Not no new damn sign is going to make us feel better. This ain't supporting no family. Family can't come here and get what they need for their children and then have to leave here and wait to go to the local school and re-register. What kind of madness is that? No district in this country does that. To have a parent enroll at one spot and then go to the school and register. And parents, if we continue to stand and allow these people to continue to disrespect us, to continue to smack us in the face, then we're going to get what they deserve. But if you're going to stand this year, because we really need to stand for our children, these kids in North need support. And lastly, let me give y'all this fact. Charter school kids do not live here. 48% of the children in North Public Schools that attend charter schools live outside of North. But guess what, y'all? North Public Schools is paying for them. The charter school payment for this year is $280 million. That means that this young man right here who attends Hawthorne Avenue School cannot get the resources that he needs because we're sending it to a kid that came in here from Plainfield who attends Team Academy. Or another child that attends North Star that lives in Morristown. Or another child that attends People's Prep that lives in Montclair. This madness has got to stop, parents. And I know we in the charter school, public school battle, and as we should. Because nobody should be profiting off our kids. And I've got a challenge for you charter school parents. I dare you to attend one of your board meetings for your charter school. I dare you go in front of a predominantly white board and tell them that you're not satisfied with what's going on in your kid's school. That you're sick of them getting a demerit every day, a detention every day, because they put their hand up to go to the bathroom, because they put their hand up because they got a question. Or you can't ask no question between 12 o'clock and 12:20. What kind of damn madness is that? That's what they do in prison. In prison, they tell them what time they go to the bathroom, what time is yard, what time is breakfast, what time is lunch. When kids go to school, yes, they're supposed to learn, but damn it, they're supposed to have fun. Kids not supposed to be doing 5 to 7 hours a night of homework. That's not normal. You ain't do it when you went to school. So now, because you don't have nothing to do with your kid, we're going to accept this crap from these people that you think your kid is supposed to be at the kitchen table every night, 11 and 12 o'clock, doing some schoolwork. Homework is a review of what you learned in school. Homework ain't something that you don't know. And to all parents, you know why you can't help your kids with their homework? Because this is some new crap they came up with. These charter school hedge fund people, now 2 + 2 = 5, parents. And all of us know 2 + 2 don't equal 5. When you go to that bank with $4, they ain't giving you credit for 5. So we got to begin to understand and really look at what's going on, ask the right questions, and not allow anybody to make a profit off of our children. This year, we're going to be tackling the principals that's in our school because we're not keeping the one that's at Hawthorne. I need to go over to Science High School and see who the principal is over there because we're not going to keep accepting these administrators in our schools that are making these schools fail. Commissioner Surf allowed schools in North that were prospering and doing the things that they need to do to close down. Dayton Street School, out of all the renewed schools, was in the 60 to 70 percentile, and Cammie Anderson closed them too. That means those kids who were down in Seth Boynton and Stephen Crane were doing the best that they could do and still making it in the 60 percentile. But Commissioner Surf said, okay, we want to annihilate another neighborhood and we're going to close this school down even though it's performing. Miller Street School was performing. They made their yearly increments plus. Well, what did Cammie Anderson do? She sent Miss Miller an additional 115 special need children. So she knows that has a major impact on the test score. Because unlike charter schools, we don't have a waiver in the public schools for our special need kids to not have to take the test. So they take the test in the classroom with the regular kids. And they're scored the same. And the results are not the same. So parents, I'm urging you this year. Employees, I'm urging you this year. Commissioner Surf's plan is to close these 3 schools. The elected officials in North have been wowed and lied to by Governor Christie, who they think is going to return this district to local control. But let me tell you something. They ain't trying to let go of this $1 billion no time soon. And they will sacrifice all of us and all of our children to get that money. Because it's not about educating our kids anymore. It's about money and it's about contracts. Parents, you got schools right now that's changing the uniform colors right now. You done already bought the uniform. Because many of us buy the uniforms at the end of the school year because they had a reduced price. And be ready in September to roll out. Avon Avenue School going to just post on their board yesterday, talk about the new school color shirt is orange. I'm telling the parents at Avon, don't you buy one orange shirt. Go to school with the same yellow shirt you've been going with. They didn't have a parent meeting and ask you, can they change the color? Did you agree with that? We got to stop letting people force us to do things when we have the right to demand what we need. So parents across this city, we're going to stop continuing to be divided. We're going to come together. We're going to come together in the East Ward. We got Frankie here from North Parent Union. We got Veronica here, the first vice president of United Parent Network. We got Ms. Montague here. We got Ms. Branch's sister, who also represents parents in the South Ward. We have Ms. Tawana Dowdell, who is a district leader over in the South Ward, and we are growing. And we just need to let parents know we're going to get this information out here. We're going to watch these budgets this year, and we're going to stand tall and demand what we want for our children. And I'm telling every parent out there, if we stand tall and we don't buckle and bend for anybody, we don't owe nobody anything. They're making money from our children, and we have the right to demand how we want this system to be. I don't want y'all to be as angry as me, but I want you to get halfway there. And I want us to assemble. We're going to call a rally near the end of August during the week. And we're going to shut downtown down. Because Prudential Insurance Company and all those corporations downtown, you're going to stop dictating what goes on in our neighborhoods. You're going to stop destroying schools in North. You're going to stop deciding what kids going to make it and what kids not going to make it. Because guess what? In North, all our children going to make it. All of our children going to make it. And you're going to start sitting at the table with community as well as elected officials. Because the community ain't got no agenda. The community don't need nothing from you. But the community is going to demand that for all the tax breaks that you get, they're going to demand for all the services that you use in this city, you're going to start paying. So parents, we will see you on August the 26th. That's the 4th Tuesday of this month, if I got the wrong date. 6 o'clock is the board meeting at Speedway Avenue School. The business meeting is on the 18th. The week before that, that's at 2 Cedar Street, and we need to come out and we need to stop demanding for what we want. We will be back here again next week at the Enrollment Center with the update. Parents, when you come in here, if you do not like the school that they have chosen for you, you have rights. And you tell them you don't want it. You tell them the school that you want to go to. You stop letting them put you on a waiting list. And guess what, parents? It's just so ironic this year. The charter schools are full. They now have a waiting list. And you know why they got a waiting list, y'all? Because they don't want no more kids from North. They want to continue to keep taking kids from outside North. North children aren't good enough now to go to the charter schools. So now they came up with this BS that they got a waiting list for all of y'all that want your kids to go there. Let your kid have a real school experience. Let your kid go to a North public school. Parents, grandparents, most of y'all went there. Nothing wrong with you. Why you think something is wrong with your children? Let's get in these schools, organize parents, every school, parent organization. We're going to come under the umbrella of the North Parent Union. We ain't going to do PTA. We ain't going to do PTO. We're going to have our own, create our bylaws, and that way we don't have to worry about nobody dictating the pace to us of what we're going to do. We don't got to worry about the PTA taking $3 million from Common Core buff Mr. Bill Gates and his wife, who are out here instrumentally destroying this education thing from on high. So parents, let's get ready. Let's get set. Let's go. It's 3 more weeks till school open. Let's be ready. Let's hit them doors on the first day. Let's keep our kids home. But let's rally in front of these buildings and demand better. I think lastly, it is a sin in the city of North that every public school has had not one piece of renovation done. But every charter school, like 18th Avenue, like Sacred Heart location, has had major renovations and new buildings put up for them. The public school kids don't mean anything. Parents at charter school, you can't think that's fair. And I challenge you and dare you, like you've been saying for the last 5 years, it's wrong. You ain't never said nothing. I challenge you to say something now. I challenge everybody to speak up for North's children. We all deserve the best. We deserve the best buildings. We deserve not to have any health and safety violations, and we need to do what we need to do. Thank y'all. See y'all next week. We'll come right here, and we'll have an update.